Hi, Gretchen. This is Cindy. Yes, you are right. There will be only me in the video. I know that you hope us to find another classmate to do this conversation report together. Actually, I do have a group, but as you know, class are quite busy before final exam. The other two girls are in the same department and in the same class. They are too busy to schedule a time to discuss the report with me, so they decided to do the job themselves. Then I do find another boy to do the report together, and we plan to day out and discuss it to recording this report this morning. Unfortunately, I felt really sick and uncomfortable this morning, so I canceled the discuss, which led to having no time to discuss the online conversation report. So before the topic I'm going to talk about, I do really have to apologize to you and to the boy Lycan. Um, I did have to do the report by my own. Hope you don't mind. Okay. 3, 2, 1, action. Different people like to go to different places. Some would like to go to America. Others would die for a chance to Europe. And still others may like to take a look at Mars, the red planet. Well, me? Where I would like to go? It happens to be my topic today, and I'm going to talk about a place I like to go to. I live in Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. Well, although I do not come from a well-to-do family, I have been provided with sufficient love, warmth, and everything material. However, before about 18 years old, I have never away from Taiwan before 18 years old, and the exotic world has been my fantasy. Thanks to the various advanced media like internet, TV program, and so on, I do have the opportunity to see different parts of the world, even actually living Taiwan. Well, after my 18 years old, I do went to Malaysia with my sisters. But I think the schedule and the trip is nothing really special for me because it's just like a common schedule and just like eat and walk and eat and walk and eat and sleep. That's the whole day schedule, I think. So I don't really remember what we have done in the Malaysia trip. But when I was a sophomore, I went to Philippines with the secretary in our college and went to with some different students in different departments like math and physics and so on. And we go to Philippines to be volunteers. And that's a really special experience because we have classes with those college students in there. Uh, um, I believe that would be Philippine College or something. I don't really remember the name. But in the afternoon, we go to in Cebu, Talamban National High School. We taught students there, high school students. And other students like math from math department, they taught about 5 students there, and they taught them math. And I'm the special one. I taught a whole class about 40 students, and I taught them biology. That's a real special experience because I have to taught them with all English, in totally English. So that's a really special experience for me. And besides, what impressed me is that, in our opinion, I think Philippines is a really poor country, and lots of them have financial problems, so they have to do the foreign labor in other countries. Well, yes, they do. They do have financial problems and difficulties, but what they devote to life and how diligent they are is beyond our imagination, because they are really diligent and they are really strive for the living. And maybe you think they are poor, but when I was time to living, they gave me lots of presents and like cards, and even hold a special farewell party only for me. I'm the only one they are going to farewell. I think that's really impressive, and I'm really touching. I touching to tears. I cry like a baby at that moment, because I think they're really, really, really sweet, and I love them so much. They're really adorable. That's the two countries I have been to, Malaysia and Philippines. And besides, if you talk about place I like to go to, I would pick America, especially New York. New York is generally known as the Big Apple. And every New Year's Eve, we may gather in the Taipei City Hall, and they are the same. They gather in Times Square, and they are really big ball over there. Right? I believe you have seen that. And every New Year's Eve, we see on TV that people gather on Times Square, welcoming and celebrating the very beginning of the entire year. And every time I see this on TV, long arises, I couldn't help hoping that maybe one day, just one day, I could be one of those ravers. I think it would be fantastic. And besides, New York is a melting pot. There you'll see different faces passing you by. Behind every smile, every frown, and every hopeful eye. There will be stories of unforgettable past, and a walk in the Central Park must be something everyone yearns for. Central Park is really popular, and who don't want to see the torch of Miss Liberty? The Empire State Building characterizes once in a lifetime romance. New York, my city of passion, modernization, and infinite imagination. And of course, New Zealand is another place I like to go to, because in my mind they are just like the fresh air and cattle and sheep in the large numbers, and the blue sky blending with the expensive rain. I think it is really carefree and joyous. And besides, a really dear friend of mine was there, and she told me in her letters how pretty New Zealand is, which makes me look forward to going there someday to meet her and to visit this Zealand on Earth. And besides New York and New Zealand, France is another pretty good choice, because the art and the history and the older cafe is really impressive for me. And the lady day in Provence will lay my very soul in the sun. Well, there are still lots of countries I would like to go to, but no matter where I go, I know I will always have to come back to my sweet home, where my loving parents were welcoming with their open arms. The world outside may be fabulous with friends, romance, and achievement. However, parents will never turn me down, no matter what happens. I think, and I firmly believe that you would also agree with me, that there is no place like home. It's 100% where I belong. And that's all my report. Thank you for your time, Gretchen. Thank you. Bye bye.